Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out, man. And I hope you, sincere brothers and sisters, is edified by this word. And tonight, words, we're going to call it People Only See the Smiles, but are unaware of all the trials one must go through. That's right. Let me say it again, man. The name of the word tonight is going to be called People Only See the Smiles, but are unaware of all the trials one must go through. That's right. In this word tonight, man, what I want to speak about is when you see someone like you see on the screen, this young lady on the screen is smiling. And in life, man, when you come across someone that's smiling, it's always a good thing behind it. It's always a positive perception. It's always a positive thought, you see. But what you're going to learn in this word, all smiles ain't really smiles, okay? You ever heard the term, some people smile just to avoid crying? I can relate to that. But before we get into that, let's just focus on what's another way of defining a smile. Okay, another way of defining a smile is a facial expression that's symbolic to happiness, that's symbolic to amusement. A smile is a better way of saying a cheerful expression. You see? But what if I told you what's behind a lot of these smiles is something way more deeper? You know, you've heard the term looks can be deceiving. And like I say, some people smile just to avoid crying. You see? Some people smile, okay, just to avoid hurt and pain. You see? People only see the smiles, but are unaware of all the trials one must go through, man. You see, like I told you before, you see someone expressing happiness, amusement. You see? But like I told you, if I told you what was behind a lot of these people's smiles, it would blow your mind. Why? Because no one has the knowledge nor the perception of all the suffering and adversity that a person will experience, that a person will encounter and live through in his life. You see? I know what it's like to be in public and have a big smile on my face, but when I'm home alone, that smile turns into what it really is, crying. You see? In life, okay, some of us will go through harder things and deeper things and more painful things than others. And a lot of times we don't know how to really deal with the pain and suffering that we go through in life. So a good way to deal with it is to fake it till you make it. You know, you smile and you put on a good front, but inside you are really hurting. And I want us to be conscious of this. A lot of times you see somebody smile, be thoughtful. Just have a thought, just pause for a minute and say, man, okay, this person is smiling. Normally that's a good thing. But I wonder, is this person smiling because they really going through it and they don't have no other way of dealing with it except putting on the front? And we all do it, man. In Jeremiah 31:9, it speaks about the tears of joy will stream down their faces, and I will lead them home with great care. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's the Lord who we know as Yahweh. That's his regards for Israel. The tears of joy. Okay? So when you see someone smiling and it's symbolic to tears of joy, that's a beautiful thing, because that's someone that has overcome the suffering and the adversity. in life. Okay, they have triumphed. They have persevered. So when someone can smile after going through that, that's a beautiful thing. But a lot of us are currently dealing with suffering and adversity, and they'll put a smile on to ease the hurt. But deep down inside, man, they crying. In Psalms 126:5, man, it says, those who sow in tears will reap shouts of joy. You see that? So in Psalms 126:5, it's speaking about the restoration of long adversity and affliction of pain and suffering. Okay? You crying now, but it's going to be reaps of joy. And if you can have a smile on your face from sowing tears and reaping the benefit of being joyous, happy, and amusing, that's a beautiful thing, man. Because like I said, people only see the smiles, but they don't know what that person has been through or going through. So we have to be more conscious, man. Just like when you see somebody crying, it's not always a bad thing. You know, it could be a good thing. It could be just be a way how people deal with self-therapy. You know, some people deal with laughter. Some people deal with smiling. Some people deal with crying. Some people deal with frowning. But we're going to stay in Psalms 126. Again, in verse 5, it says, those who sow in tears will reap shouts of joy. And I'm paraphrasing. And in Psalms 126:6, it says, they weep as they go to plant their seed, but they sing as they return with the harvest, man. You see that? So, you know, when you plant the seed of weeping, you're going to harvest laughter. You're going to harvest a smile. And like I say, man, don't be ignorant and blind to someone smiling. Have an open mind, because that person might need a hug. Deep down inside, that person might need a hug. That person might really be going through it. I'm telling you. I've been there where I've been somewhere I really didn't want to be there, but out of obligation, I showed up, and I wasn't in the best spirit. I was in a down spirit. I was in a hurtful spirit, man. But I knew I couldn't show that on my face when I attended this event. So I came in there and I put on a smile on my face, big as the smile that you see on the screen. But inside I was hurting, man. And to this day, nobody knows that day when I put on that big, beautiful smile of mine, nobody knew I was dealing with some serious suffering, some serious hurt. You see? Somebody that saw me at that get together would have thought like, wow, man, dude, life must be great for him, man. He really looked good. He looked like he really doing good for himself. Yeah, that's what it looked like. But underneath all that, I wasn't doing good. I was dealing with it. I was going through it, man. So here's the thing as we get ready to close out this word. When you go through adversity and suffering and you're able to overcome that, and you sow a lot of tears and then you harvest a smile, that's beautiful, man. But a lot of times when you see someone smiling, a lot of times it's to cover the suffering. It's to cover the pain that they go through, man. So all I'm saying is this, brothers and sisters, when you see someone smiling, don't assume everything is good. Have an open mind and just say to yourself, man, if this person is smiling because everything is good, that's great. But if they smiling because they going through something, try to be someone that can pick them up, someone that can inspire them, someone to let them know they're not alone, someone to let them know like it's okay to cry, it's okay to show your vulnerable side, if it's such a thing as that. But what I'm saying is, if you're going through something, you ain't got to put on a smile to cover it up. Be real with yourself and deal with whatever it is you deal with. And if you feel like you got to smile in public to hide it, then you might not just want to go out in public. Just stay home. Because no matter what you go through, you ain't got to hide that emotion. You ain't got to hide that expression. Show it. Let it out. It's all part of the healing process, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out, man. Shalom.